Welcome to the GT4RS Versus series, part 1. We are picking up a new GT4RS on December 30th, and we're super excited to get our hands on that. And we want to do a series of track and street tests where we pit that against the GT4 and the GT3 992. So if you're looking forward to those type of tests, hit the subscribe button now. So we want to start with my 718 GT4, which is my track car and has been for some time. And I know on paper as stock, it's not close to the RS or the GT3, but we have made a significant amount of modification to it for the street and the track. When I got the car as stock, it's firstly an incredible car stock. The gearing is a little tall though, the suspension's a little soft for the track, and it wasn't quite loud enough or as punchy enough as I wanted. So we upgraded the suspension, we got new rims and tires, we got a more performance-oriented brake system, added a new limited slip diff, we re-geared 2 through 5, got an engine tune, added some exhaust systems, and here we are. So I want to take this out on the street now, do a quick drive, and then we'll head back here and detail all the modifications. By far my favorite modification that we've done to this car was the re-gearing of 2 through 5. And you can get that done through a variety of places, but we went through Bill Rader Motorsports in Las Vegas and Alex's shop in Fremont to complete and install the mod. And it brought second gear from 85 miles per hour down to 76, 9 miles an hour less. And it brought third gear from 113 down to 101, so 12 miles an hour less on third. And I'll put up a chart so you can see the whole gearing shift that we got. But it's just so much more fun now on the street, being able to rev out 1, 2, and 3. This is just the lightest and fastest and smoothest clutch I've ever felt. And the gear shifter is mechanical in nature. There's none of that rubber sticking through the gate that you get with most gear shifting in manual cars, and it even sounds mechanical. It has these sort of clicks in and out of gear that I love, and they just matched up with the clutch pedal and clutch engagement and the lightness of the whole system and the speed of the whole system. Porsche really know what they're doing here. So the steering feels really light and ready to turn in. And with that feeling, you really need to drive this car with your fingertips. It's so light and precise and fast, and you have to pay attention to the movements that you're making. But with that, you can have more precise turn-in and mid-corner adjustments. And it loads up when you need it to, but the very first 5 to 10 degrees of the turn-in, it's just this beautiful sort of light, feathery fingertip movement that you grow to love and appreciate.
All 100 miles
love it when a car is in sync with all its different components in terms of its lightness and its speed, and the throttle feel on Porsches, and this car specifically, is so balanced and linear, and gives you just the right amount of feedback and push against you and resistance. And that combined with the clutch pedal experience, the manual shifting, and just the lightness of the car, it just seems to match and harmonize in a way that I haven't experienced in many other cars. We added some high flow air filters, and we added a Hydra engine tune. Stage 1 advertises 35 wheel horsepower increase. And the third thing that we did was we installed the sole over axle resonated pipes, and that got rid of the restrictive filters there. And I like that option because it doesn't mess with the O2 sensor, so there's no engine light, there's no smog issues, and it sounds better. It's a loud car, and it sounds great on the inside, and it sounds even better when you're on the outside. So with those three components, conservative, we haven't dynoed the car, but conservatively we added about 45 horsepower. So this car is potentially running about 460 horsepower now. And that's a really nice range for this. It's almost GT3, almost RS land, not quite. But that added power is really fun on the street. Again, helps you run through the gears faster, more enjoyable. And obviously on the track, we are able to almost keep up with GT3s now. Okay, so at the front of the car here, we've got very little modifications. We have the tow hook here, some tracks require that. And then we'll take a look here inside of the frunk. You can see we've got the MCS reservoirs, adjustable rebound and compression for the dampers. We switched to Apex wheels. These are 18-inch rims, and we did that for a couple of reasons. Number one, practically, it allows us to drive some of the tires that we liked more. Right now we have Ventus RS4s on. They're an affordable option really for track tires. They perform pretty well, not quite as well as Cup 2s, but they still perform well. And more importantly, the 18-inch rims allow us to put on a variety of slicks, which we're going to be putting on next for track tests coming up. So you can see we have a new brake kit on here. It's the PFC brake kit, and it's effectively the GT4 Club Sport or Cup Car brake package. It's the only package that we found that we wanted to use but would also fit inside of the Apex 18-inch rim. So that was an important factor here. The stock brake kits do not fit inside of that rim. The bottom line on this brake kit is that it's more durable on the track. The heat dissipation is greater than the stock kits. And the rotors are much cheaper to replace, so that's a huge benefit over the PCCBs. The other thing that you can see we have going on back here is we modified the suspension. We got rid of PASM and installed the MCS two-way damper system and iBox springs here. The MCS suspension has rebound and compression adjustability. We showed you that in the front, and we'll show you the other reservoirs here in the trunk of the car. This suspension is really It just takes the stock GT4 suspension from something that's livable on the street and pretty good on track to really good on track. And we wanted to make that adjustment. You can change the damping, rebound, and compression rates so that it's a little more livable on the street. But I would really only recommend this upgrade if you're serious on the track and want to make incremental improvements there. The last thing you can see here, and we mentioned this in the street portion, but we have the sole over axle resonated exhaust system on here. This gets rid of the stock pipe there, and it sounds better, it performs a little bit better along with the intake filter improvements. Another upgrade we made here is the GT4 wing extensions here, which do next to nothing, but they make you think you have more downforce in the back, and most importantly, they look cooler. Okay, you see we have the tow hook back here as well, and we'll go ahead and open up the trunk and move inside. You can see here we have the rear axle MCS reservoirs for the damper system. You can also see, if you look back in here, we have a BBI roll cage, and in our bucket seats we have a 6-point harness. We talked about it in the driving portion of the video, but we re-geared 2nd through 5th. Those were pretty tall gears on the stock GT4, and we made them just a little bit shorter. It makes the driving experience more fun. You can run through the gears quicker, and it makes you quicker on track. The other thing that we did through Bill Rader Motorsports and Alex Shop is we upgraded the limited slip diff. So it's just a little more aggressive than the stock. It is a little more preloaded, and the bottom line on that is we're able to maintain more stability through braking and more traction through the exit of the corner. And most importantly, what that gets us to is a more durable, higher quality diff that's going to last longer with aggressive track use. So that's it for my Porsche GT4. I hope you enjoyed the video. The reason we did this is we are going to be collecting a GT4RS on December 30th that we're super excited about. And what we're going to be doing first is we'll do a street review, but then we're going to take my GT4 and the GT4RS to Thunderhill, and we are going to pit them against each other and see A, which one's the fastest, and B, which one is more fun to drive on track. So again, thanks for watching Car Honey, and we'll see you next time. If you're looking forward to seeing those videos, please like and subscribe. Thanks.
This video is sponsored by Golden State Mobile Auto Detail. Griffin and I use them to detail all the cars we film, and absolutely love working with Victor. His quality and care for his work is second to none, and you can trust him to properly detail your supercars. Schedule your Bay Area mobile detail at goldenstateautodetail.com.